Hey everybody, this is Captain Kyle. I'm here at RetroCon 2019 with Dan Larson of Toy Galaxy. How are you enjoying the con?
It's going excellent. This is my first year here as a guest. I've been here as an attendee, but I'm absolutely loving this show. A lot of toys, a lot of great fans, just a lot of fun.
That is awesome. Now, you're obviously a little bit of a toy guy. What line are you looking for? What toys are you looking for here at the con?
You know, because I collect so many different kinds of things, vintage, modern, whatever, there's not usually a specific line that I'm looking for. It's more of a whatever catches my eye, because especially at a show like this, you know you're just going to see a whole spectrum of stuff. There's going to be vintage dealers, there's going to be modern dealers, there's going to be guys who have stuff from overseas. So I know that I got, to a certain extent, I need to keep my budget open for whatever I happen to come across. That said, I'm a big Gundam fan, so I'm usually looking for robot spirits, because that's not stuff that you're normally going to find like in your average shop. And then I'm a big fan of Mythic Legions as well. And there's this weird thing that happens when I'm at a show where, normally I'm like, I got a budget, I got to stick to it, and there's certain purchases I know I need to make. And then when I get to a show, it's like all those rules just go out the window, and I'm like, buy the expensive stuff.
I'm right there with you. So what made you decide to turn your toy collecting into a YouTube channel?
It's a weird story. It's actually not that weird, but the way it happened was that I've been a collector my whole life, really into toys and cartoons and comics and all that stuff. And then producer Greg and I, we're making sort of like independent films, entering in contests, those types of things, real short things. And the more we would try to get into these complex productions with people involved and budgets and whatever, we realized that there was only two people that we could count on, each other. And so I wanted to be in the front of the camera talking about toys and doing stuff. He wanted to just be able to make films, edit, play with sound, put in special effects, do all those kinds of things. So it was really just a partnership that came out of what the two of us wanted to do. We both wanted to make those kinds of short films. I was into toys, so we said, let's try it. We were watching a bunch of YouTube stuff and said, at the very least, we think we can compete. At the best, maybe we can actually, do this for a living at some point.
Very cool. Are you doing it for a living now?
Mostly, yeah. You know how it is, though. Everything gets more and more complex, and you start to think bigger, and you start to dream bigger. And so, you also have to be careful because we approach this, as a hobby, yes, as a creative exploit, yes, but also as a business. And it's something that from day one, we wanted to make sure that there was sustainability there and that it could drive itself, and that we never got into a position where it was like, well, we can't do a show this week because we both have to be, working full-time jobs, doing other stuff. We wanted to make sure that we could always be working on the show as much as we needed to be.
Well, that's awesome. So what would your advice be for someone who's trying to turn their passion into a YouTube channel?
My number one suggestion for any creative exploit, whether it's, or really anything that you want to turn into something more than just a casual hobby, is don't do it alone. At least for me, that was a big deal. Accountability is important. Just having someone to bounce ideas off of, or to sort of keep you within your own personality and say, you might be reaching too much on this, or yes, that's something you can do even though you're lacking the confidence to do it. Have some confidence in yourself. There have absolutely been weeks where I didn't want to shoot, I didn't want to write, I didn't want to do the show, and Greg would say, you don't have a choice. You have to. So write the script. We're shooting at 6. I'm going to be there. You better be ready to go. And it's like, well, I guess I got to do it. And some of our best work came out of moments like that. So it's hard to toil away by yourself. Some people do work better like that. But I think when you're trying to make it into something more than just a casual hobby, you do have to have some more input into what you're doing.
Absolutely. And a team is very important. Now, producer Greg, I understand, is not as much of a toy enthusiast.
He is 0.0 a toy enthusiast. The few figures he does own, I wouldn't even necessarily qualify them as toys. He's got a couple of hot toys, the really expensive 12-inch, adult collectibles, those kinds of things. He is a collector. He does like horror laser discs, that kind of stuff. He flirted very briefly with like retro gaming, that sort of thing. But he's really, we are a good team because we have sort of contrasts that work together. He's neat and prepared and organized and, that sort of, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't know what's going on right now. Tell me where I need to be. I'll hit my mark if you put the mark in place, So we work together as a team that way. I can sort of be me and do my crazy stuff, and he can rein it all in and make sure that we're staying on schedule and working as a team.
Sounds like a great pairing. So back to the toys. What is because you have diverse interests, what are like your 3 white whales that you're really looking for that you would be just like, I don't care that I can't pay my mortgage this month, I need to get this?
It's hard. When you talk about things like holy grails or white whales or anything like that, I'm actually looking for a new one right now because I got it. And it's rare to actually score that thing you're looking for. And unfortunately, mine's not really a toy thing so much. My whole collector life, that's not true. Once I realized what lightsabers were in the movies, it's a Graflex flash handle from those old like 1920s, cameras you see like the reporters have. That's what it is. It's just a modified one of those. And once I learned that little bit of like special effects trivia, I was like, I need to get one of those. But I don't want to just buy one. I want to find one. So I was going to flea markets and auctions and stuff, yard sales all the time, and I could visualize that moment where I would see that table. It'd be somebody who had vintage, antique photography equipment, and that thing would be sitting right there. And then it happened exactly like that. Walked into a flea market. The guy had a bin full of antique camera equipment. I scooped it up as fast as I could and was like, how much do you want for this thing? So once I got that, I was like, that's it. I'm done collecting. I don't need anything else because I got my one thing that I thought was never actually going to happen. So right now I'm actually looking for, I don't know what the rare thing is that I need now because I got it and I'm still on that high.
Well, congratulations. That is awesome.
Thank you.
So for toy collectors, when they're searching for toys, what would your advice be when they're going to like a con as far as like getting good prices or, deals?
I mean, first of all, would be to know what stuff is worth, know what condition that price is equivalent to. You got to be informed if that's important to you. If all you want is just, I got to have at least that figure with accessories or whatever, then, price maybe not as important to you. But do your research, check out eBay, check out sold listings, see how things are trending, see what sold prices are going for, and make sure you know before you go to a show like this so that if someone has something priced way too high, you're not going to overpay for it. Yeah, it might be the only time you see it for a while, but you don't want to overpay for it. So do your research, be prepared. They're prepared. The dealer knows what they want to get out of it and how much they want to charge, but that might not actually be the fair market value for it, So just be prepared.
Very cool. So do you have other social media other than YouTube?
I am most active on Instagram. I was building up my Instagram even before we started the YouTube channel. So that's where most of my toy stuff goes. Not a big Facebook fan. We have a Facebook page. We barely ever use it. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/ToyGalaxy. But Instagram is where I'm most active. Producer Greg and I are both on Twitter. He's Toy Galaxy TV. I'm Toy Galaxy Dan. But if you're looking for, the insights into daily collections, what I'm always picking up, all that stuff, it's Instagram. And we're just Toy Galaxy on Instagram.
Awesome. Anything that's coming out soon that's special that people should know about?
Just, Thursdays are when we post our key videos, our lists, our oddities, our history ofs. We just did a vote for the 10 best Masters of the Universe action figures. And as you know, I usually dress up in costumes for those list videos. So I'm going to be breaking out the muscles for this video. So tune in for that. See where it goes.
So any words for your fans out there?
Just thanks for all the support over the years. Thanks for being a part of this adventure. Thanks for growing with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and commenting and all that. It's all part of the whole thing. And our goal from the beginning was to be entertaining, to be informative, and to just sort of be able to embrace this whole fun collecting thing with everybody who is having fun with it, which should be everybody. It's not supposed to be a negative or downer kind of thing. It should just be fun. And I really hope that comes through in our videos. And I think it's what it is.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dan. Absolutely. Everyone, thanks for watching. Link to his channel is in the description. And as always, have fun and follow your fandom.
Hi, I'm David Kaye, the voice of Megatron from Beast Wars, and Optimus Prime from Transformers Animated, and Grandpa Max from Ben 10. Don't forget to subscribe, Fandom Spotlite, all right? We'll see you soon.